Theodore Roosevelt National Park is known for its unique geology, including its badlands and deep, colorful canyons. It's also known for its residents, ranging from the tiniest prairie dogs to the largest bison. There's no shortage of wildlife viewing opportunities. I think they need to name this Bison National Park instead of Theodore Roosevelt National Park. If you're lucky, you may even see a herd of its elusive wild horses. The park is known for its memorializing of President Theodore Roosevelt. Nicknamed the Conservation President, Teddy Roosevelt was deeply connected to the area in the late 19th century. During his presidency, he expanded the national park system by creating 5 new national parks and establishing 18 new national monuments, ultimately setting aside 230 million acres of public lands. And as Teddy said himself, the wildlife and its habitat cannot speak, so we must, and we will. After exploring Theodore Roosevelt National Park, we continued west. And before we knew it, we were surrounded by the snow-capped mountains and the colorful wildflowers as we drove the iconic Beartooth Highway. A bit windblown, but the cool, refreshing air was exactly what we needed. The Beartooth Highway stretches east from Red Lodge, Montana, and it ends near Cook City, just outside of Yellowstone's northeast entrance. Steve's Lake, population 3. I can't tell you how many times we've been to Yellowstone and the Tetons, and we've never driven the Beartooth Highway. My parents actually drove it, I think, last year, but this is my first time on it. It's really close to Yellowstone, so it starts near Cook City, I believe, and it goes over Beartooth Pass, and it ends at a little town called Red Lodge, but it's really pretty. It reminds me of Trail Ridge Road in Rocky Mountain National Park. It goes really high up in the alpine and the tundra, and there's beautiful wildflowers and lots of snow. It's not very crowded, and I honestly am really surprised that it's not part of Yellowstone National Park since it's so close and it's so pretty. But yeah, so we're just driving the road, checking out the little stops, and it's been a really good day so far. Good morning. We are in Yellowstone National Park. We've actually been here probably like 25 times, but I'm still excited. We're gonna go driving around, see some geysers, some hot springs, hopefully some animals. As many times as we've been to Yellowstone, my mom and I still find ourselves spending hours taking photos of the bison. It literally never gets old. The geysers and the hot springs are magical. And the canyons and waterfalls can't be beat. Be sure to take the steep hike down the Lower Falls Trail. When I visit Yellowstone, it always blows my mind that I'm basically walking around the actual caldera of an active supervolcano. And, of course, Old Faithful. Faithfully erupting around every 90 minutes.
Excuse me? What are you doing? That's what I thought.
We didn't get to go to Grand Prismatic Spring yesterday because it was so crowded, and today it's also really crowded, but we were able to get a parking spot. We're a little bit tired of the crowds. I know we're part of the crowd, but you know. As our time in Yellowstone came to an end, we headed over to nearby Grand Teton National Park, another place we find very special. The clouds started to build, and the thunder started to roll. We've seen this place in every type of weather, but there's nothing more relaxing than watching a storm roll in over the top of some of the most beautiful mountains in the world. Today is our last day out west. We are in Grand Teton National Park, and we are about to go ride the amazing bike path that goes from Jenny Lake into Jackson. I've ridden it before with Craig, and so it's been a while since I've been on it, but it's probably one of the best bike paths I've ever been on, and I'm really excited. We drove from our cabin at Coulter Bay towards Jenny Lake, which is where the bike path begins.
There's my mom.
She's gonna drive to Jackson and meet us there and pick us up. This stunning bike path skirts the base of the beautiful Teton Range, ultimately taking you all the way into the town of Jackson. From Jenny Lake, it's about 20 miles to Jackson, and it's mostly downhill. Be sure to be on the lookout for lots of wildlife. Over the years, we've spotted moose, elk, pronghorn, foxes, and even grizzly bears along or near the bike path. The bike path passes several popular trailheads and eventually crosses the Snake River. If you're lucky, you might spot a raft floating down the river. Don't forget to stop and get a picture by the National Park entrance sign.
We are almost to Jackson and the wind is really kicking up. I let it slide this time.
The bike path will take you all the way into town, so you don't have to worry about the traffic. Even though I prefer the solitude of the mountains, I always find my way into Jackson for a little shopping and some good food.
Well, guys, that is going to about wrap our trip up. We are about to head back home. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.